Monster Jam fans, welcome out to Indianapolis in Indiana as we prepare for another amazing stop here on Stadium Tour Red. We're jumping right into action today. We're hopping into semifinals round of action as Colvin Art and the Black Pearl takes on Monster Energy. Then Todd the Duke and Monster Energy moves into the final round of racing. The other race here in the semifinals is between John Zimmer in Dragon and Michael Vaughter Jr. in Overkill Evolution. Speeding right into everything. We also have the final round of racing coming up right now. This final round of racing and the first little break we've had is between Todd the Duke and Monster Energy and John Zimmer in Dragon. Again, we start with the semi-final round and move forward in shows like this, because it is a two-show weekend. We have two shows here in one commentary. This Indianapolis show is going to be pretty exciting. And Todd the Duke going around the final turn, and he will pull home the win. Another racing win for Todd the Duke in Monster Energy as John Zimmer and Dragon still chasing that first racing win of the year. Now we hop into the Skills Challenge, and starting us off will be Brian Wright in Hooked. And we'll be jumping around from move to move after Brian Wright's intro here. Got to take a little bit of time to calm down. I haven't had a drop to do that. Hope you all are having a good Friday out here. It is Friday. We are almost at the weekend, and Brian Wright and Hooked is kicking us off here in this Skills Challenge. They'll have either two hits to do two wheel moves or a donut. That is a good first hit for Brian Wright. Going into hit number 2 here on the backside of the racing lane, getting a sky wheelie, and a good move there for Brian Wright and Hooked. That is your best run of the night. Steve Simpson Stone Crushers next out here on this Saturday action of Indianapolis, going for a slap wheelie, walking that slap wheelie down the track. A good first hit for Stone Crusher. Steve Sims going for hit number 2 and a sky wheelie attempt there for Stone Crusher. That's your new best run. This is Becky McDonough and El Toro Loco on the backside of the racing lane going for a popper, and she's on the front two wheels, dancing it a little bit for her first hit. Becky McDonough going for hit number 2 here. Had a solid first hit. She's on the sidewalls and almost saved that. That is the end of her run. I'm going to give that your best run of the night. Next out, this is Adam Anderson in Gravedigger here in this Skills Challenge. Walking a bicycle, he is flipping around, and he's on his lid. A tough break for Gravedigger as he finds himself done after one hit. Jamie Garner in Overboard is the next truck out here in this Skills Challenge. Hoping to get 2 hits after Adam Anderson could only complete 1, and he's on the back 2 wheels walking a popper up the ramp. A good first hit for Jamie Garner and Overboard. Following that good first hit, he's got one more hit left for these fans to watch, and he's on the front 2 wheels in a stoppie. He's dancing around on the front 2 wheels. A really good hit for Jamie Garner. He'll moonwalk it up the ramp. Oh my, he's starting to flip over. Oh, maybe he could save it. He's rolling over, and he got the save. A lucky rollover for Overboard. That is your new best run of the night. Bryce Kenny and the Great Clips Mohawk Warrior is up next, going for a stoppie. Setting that thing down, and he's going to almost combo that up with a wheelie. With one hit left, Bryce Kenny's found himself on the step-up, going for another stoppie. On the front 2 wheels, he's going to walk it a little bit. Oh yeah, dancing on the front 2 wheels, the Great Clips Mohawk Warrior. A good 2 hits. Not going to be good enough for your best run, but still pretty solid. This is Darren Basil in Black Stallion coming out now, going for the jammer. And he gets a little wheelie out of it too for hit number 1 for Black Stallion. Darren Basil in the Black Stallion now going for a popper on the front 2 wheels, and a solid move for Black Stallion. Trying his hand at the Skills Challenge now in the Rottweiler. This is Brad Allen. A solid stoppie for Monster Mutt Rottweiler. Monster Mutt Rottweiler lining up for its second hit. Brad Allen going for a sky wheelie, getting some nice elevation on that wheelie, and Brad will pull back to the pits. Jim Kohler in Avenger lining up for the backside of the racing lane, going for a sky wheelie, and some serious sky wheelie-age on that. He's starting to fall over, and he is turtled on top of the ramp. Colvin Art and the Black Pearl, the next driver out in this Skills Challenge, and he's walking a reverse popper on the rear 2 wheels, and he's sitting it there, and he'll set her down. A good first hit for the Black Pearl. So with his teammate Jamie Garner in lead, Colvin Art going for hit number 2, walking a stoppie. He walks it back up the ramp, and that will be the end of the run for Colvin Art in the Black Pearl. A solid run, but that's not going to be enough to be your best run of the night. Michael Vaughter Jr. in Overkill Evolution's up now. He is going for a stoppie. He's been really good at this 2-wheel skills run. The Skills Challenge all season has been dominated by Michael Vaughter Jr. He walks his truck on those front 2 wheels, and he'll set it down. Good first hit for Overkill Evolution. So going for hit number 2, he had a solid first hit trying to take the lead away from Overboard on the front 2 wheels. He is walking it back and forth, and he's turning the wheels like he normally does, his trademark move. A really awesome move. I'm so impressed that he can do that. And an awesome 2 moves. That is your new best run of the night for Michael Fodders Jr. in Overkill Evolution. Next up is your runner-up in the racing competition, John Zimmer in Dragon, going for the jammer. And he will pop a slap wheelie out of it that he will walk a little bit down the track. Going for hit number 2 here, going for a reverse popper, trying to take the lead away from Michael Fodders Jr., but cannot get it. And that will be the end of his run. Now your racing winner trying to double down here, going for the backside of the racing lane and walking a stoppie. And he is walking this one really nicely. Oh my, he almost lost control of that truck, was able to save it. A good first move for Monster Energy. Monster Energy going a little bit simple now for the second hit, going for the jammer. And getting a slap wheelie, he will drag that tail down the track. A good 2 hits, but I'm still going to stick to your winner being Overkill Evolution. A really good run out there for Michael Fodders Jr. That truck really threw down a solid 2 hits, and that's what you needed to do to win that competition, and that is why he did win that competition. Your winner from the Skills Challenge was Michael Fodders Jr. in Overkill Evolution. Now we're here in freestyle. This is Steve Sims and Stone Crusher. He's already having problems on the track. He has been shut off. Let's hope Stone Crusher can get himself fired back up. We don't want to miss any of the action out here in freestyle today.
He's intending to refire small 1,000-pound, 1,500 horsepower.
He has refired the truck, which means that his freestyle will continue right now as he is going to try. Oh man, he's shut off again. That might be the end of the run. I don't know. Oh. Refired again. Let's see if it can keep going. Okay, the truck's been shut off. He's really having problems. Tough break. Steve Sims and Stone Crusher not going to make it past that first hit. A tough break for Steve Sims. Coming out next, this is Brian Wright in Hook. That beautiful Chevy body. Looking to tear it up here with an easy chance to take the lead in freestyle. As long as he fills the clock, or gets over 30 seconds, he will take the lead. Getting a sky wheelie. Brian Wright, a very underrated driver. He's thrown together some solid freestyles over the course of this season, but he's definitely gotten much more impressive as the season's progressed. Getting some nice air. This Hook truck, Brian Wright is a face that has been in the sport for a very long time, and he will continue to be in the sport as long as he continues to be as impressive as he is right now. Nice hit there. He is just trying to throw together a good run. He's past that 30-second mark, so he's guaranteed to take the lead. Not many times in this sport are you guaranteed to take the lead. The only times are where you come out first, or now, in this case, if you're Brian Wright, getting huge air, if you fill the clock after a driver before you does not get 30 seconds in, well, or you just go more than 30 seconds and more, really big air. Great run from Hooked right now. He's getting some really nice hang time. This is probably one of his best freestyles he's ever had. If he can fill the clock, he might put you in a good position to take the, to maybe even take the win. I'd say top 3 is much more respectable. But some nice air. He's throwing together. This is an impressive run. You have to keep in mind the driver and their freestyle history. He is not a driver who's known for being the best freestyler ever, so when you see people like this throw down good freestyles, it's got to make you happy. I love watching Brian Wright drive. I really don't get the chance to watch him drive too often, but some more big air. He's winding down the clock, just trying to throw a good run down for these fans. And that will be the end of the run for Brian Wright and Hooked. An impressive night out here in freestyle for Team Hooked. Next out onto the track, this is Darren Basil in Black Stallion. The first freestyle competition of the weekend here. Again, 2 shows here in this Indianapolis commentary. I think he's already got something wrong with that front right. Seems like he's having issues, and I think that'll be the end of the run for Black Stallion. A tough break for Darren Basil. Jim Kohler in Avenger will come out next as he will try and take the lead away from Brian Wright and Hook. Two drivers who could not fill 30 seconds, so Brian Wright is definitely the only driver who can be in the hot seat right now. This is one of the few times this season where I could say with certainty that I know a driver's in the hot seat. And more big air. Jim Kohler in Avenger doing a good job at throwing down a freestyle here. Having a good run. I will say, it's been a solid freestyle, some more really big air. Oh, he's been shut off as well. Let's see if he can refire. Jim Kohler, a very well put together truck. And that is the end of the run. A tough break. Jim Kohler not going to be able to fill the clock out here in freestyle. Tough break for Mr. Avenger. This next driver out here is Becky McDonough in El Toro Loco, blowing the smoke out of the nostrils, trying to get these fans amped up for her freestyle. Now she will finally go for her first hit here, I hope. Yes, she is. Already lost a part of the truck. Part of the horn that I guess was still stuck in the opening there. El Toro Loco. Becky McDonough, a freestyle winner this year, losing part of her body. Seeming to have some issues. She's really not having a great year this year in terms of anything. She's lining up for the backflip ramp. Hits the backflip ramp, over rotates, and she will end on her lid. That's the end of the run for Becky McDonough. Your best run, though, still has to be Brian Wright and Hooked. Here's Lindsey Wink in the Lucas Oil Crusader. If Lindsey can throw down a good run, obviously not going to be too difficult to take the lead away. It's been a pretty quick freestyle so far. A lot of drivers flipping over, breaking early. There's more problems with people being shut off too early and their trucks can't refire. Not necessarily the officials' fault in that regard, just maybe their trucks aren't working too right. Lindsey Wink can always be counted on to put together a good freestyle. In situations like this, he's coming out a little bit early in the field. If he can throw down a good run, he'll get himself out later in the next show, which is always what these drivers want. Going for that step up. Step up is not as big at this show as it has been in the past. Going for some jammer time. First jammer time of the night. Big air as he sent that right over to the other side of the track. He's just going hit to hit right now. This has been a good run. Competing with Brian Wright for sure. I think this is a tad bit better than Brian Wright's freestyle, though. He's got a lot better momentum and flow. Some more nice air. Lindsey Wink does not think that flying is an issue in this truck. He loves to fly, and he will do it at every single show. You can count on him to throw down a good air-filled freestyle if his truck's working right. And some more really big air. If he doesn't even hit the backflip, I still think he'll be poised to take the lead, but you'd have to believe if you're Lindsey Wink, you're going for the backflip, and yes, he will actually do that right now as I speak. Going for the backflip ramp. Lindsey Wink, the Lucas Oil Crusader. He got it. Oh my, he's flipping over. Oh my goodness. Flipping over almost at a triple consecutive. That is your new best run of the night. A crazy move there for Lindsey Wink. Brad Allen in the monster mode. Rottweiler trying to come out here and take the lead. We still have not really had anyone throw down a top-tier freestyle. Lindsey Wink is your best run of the night right now with a run that didn't fill the clock, and he flipped over on the backflip. But that wow moment should put him ahead a little bit more than some others. Brad Allen in the monster mode. Rottweiler throwing down another freestyle yet again in this monster mode. Rottweiler truck, I've said it time and time again, he fits in so well in this truck. And I think he's going to fit well in this truck for a long time coming. It depends on how long they decide to keep him in it, though. Again, you never know what truck any of these guys are going to drive. Lining up for the step up, getting big air. Launching it over that center ramp. Obviously, that is the biggest hit on the floor. And now he's going for some jammer time, trying to consecutive his hits here. Just want to go back to back, get big hits, keep your run going. At this point, not too difficult to take the lead. Some really big air. Biggest air of the night. Brad Allen in this monster mode. Rottweiler trying to throw down a good run. Time is winding down. Monster mode Rottweiler body starting to fall off. Going for the mini flip. And a beautiful mini flip, the first mini flip slash backflip landed of the night. That should really help his scores out. Smoke blowing out of the engine, and he is having a good freestyle today. And that is the end of the run, and your new best run of the night. Can't really argue with that. That was a really good run for Brad Allen. The Monster Mode Rottweiler looking solid. Coming out next here, this is the high-flying dragon. John Zimmer looking to hit the freestyle track here. This Indianapolis show has been a pretty interesting one so far. John Zimmer was the runner-up in the racing competition, so he's picked up a good chunk of points today, especially with a solid two-wheel run. If he can throw down a good freestyle, he might even have a chance at the overall. The door's definitely wide open for that win in freestyle as John Zimmer flying across the track. If he can put together a good freestyle with a backflip, should be pretty easy to take the lead at this point. More big air. And over the jammer, getting big air, comboing it up, cross-threading over the track. John Zimmer and Dragon always capable of throwing together a really good freestyle. Simple, but very, very impactful. That is really how you can summarize his runs. And big airs, you can see dirt flying after that hit. Don't be surprised if you see John Zimmer going for a mini flip. That is a move he has really gotten the hang of and has enjoyed doing a lot this year and last year as well. And speak of the devil, that is exactly what he's going for right now. The mini flip, he under-rotates it a lot, stuffs it in and lands it. A beautiful landing on that mini flip. A solid run for John Zimmer. I don't know, that's pretty close to taking the lead. I'm going to just say right now, though, that due to the filling of the clock for Monster Mode Rottweiler, that is your best run of the night. Coming out next, this is Bryce Kenny in the Great Clips Mohawk Warrior, a guy who is trying to fight for a top spot on the tour. Starting to flip over there. He's able to save the truck. The owner of the Gears and Nachos podcast that him and Adam Anderson run. Going over the racing lane. Mr. Kenny is no stranger to Monster Jam at this point. He has reached the fourth full year of driving now in the sport. This is his third year in stadiums as well. Back in 2018 was when he got his start in stadiums, got his first ever backflip. Actually, no, this is his fifth year driving. He started in 2016 in Monster Mode. What am I talking about? I was starting to talk about this last week, but he rudely cut me off by going for the backflip ramp. Bryce, a very good fit for the Mohawk Warrior truck. He's a great driver. Getting really big air. This has been just overall a smooth freestyle. Nothing has stood out as being phenomenal, but it's just been very smooth. Really big air. Needs to go for the backflip. Obviously, at this point in the night, I'm giving the coin flip to Brad Allen for best run. But if you go for the backflip and just get just a solid run, you have a chance. This is a really close freestyle competition. He's lining up for that backflip ramp. The truck seems a little bit crooked. That could affect his hit. Or maybe not. He does. He breaks the rear end the same exact way he did last weekend. First driver to land the backflip perfectly as well. So good for him. Bryce Kenny, good freestyle. That's not going to be your new best run of the night, but that is a pretty solid run. Coming out next, this is Todd the Duke in Monster Energy. Todd, you're a racing winner tonight, trying to double down. Him and Michael Vaughters Jr., the only drivers who could do that. Todd has won every single competition this year. He's won racing, two-wheel, and freestyle. He's happy to get a lot of wins under his belt because last year he really didn't have any. He just was having solid second and third place finishes, and the wins just were so lacking last year. Something that haunted him for a while, but he is out here now doing a good job at trying to get himself on the top of not only the Monster Jam Power rankings, but his tour. Nice air. Todd is the 2014 World Finals Freestyle Champion and the 2015 World Finals Racing Champion. A lot of people tend to glaze over that racing championship in 2015. I at least know that I do, mainly because I wasn't there or paying attention at the time, but I also wasn't paying attention in 2014 either, and he got that big win. Skipping around, and a nice save for Todd. A great move there. That is, I mean, the best save of the night, really, because there haven't been any others. I think he's going for that backflip ramp. Hitting the backflip. Oh, and he pops a tire, too. Lands the backflip. I'm going to say that's your new best run of the night. Solid run there. Almost filled the clock. Had a nice little save in there, too. A solid run. So, it's always fun to hear Jim Kohler hyping up the crowd, too. But Todd the Duke, your new best run of the night. Barely, but coming out trying to shatter any doubt is Adam Anderson and Gravedigger. Adam Anderson trying to continue his reign of freestyle action from this year. Done a very good job of it. Adam's kind of falling into what Todd had last year, where he's having a really solid season but isn't really winning much. But, I mean, it's not really hurting him. He's still doing fairly well on the tour. Adam Anderson in Gravedigger, rocking this legendary monster truck. The truck that his dad built all those years ago. 38 years now. Oh my, we missed some big air. Interesting. Opening that truck up to get some big air. Oh my, he's lining up for the jammer, going for some jammer time, and sending it along the track, the biggest air of the night. Adam Anderson and Gravedigger doing just what he needs to try and win the freestyle competition today. And more big air. Going all out here today. Going over the racing lane too, just the hang time is insane. He needs to get a backflip, though, no question about it. Oh my, just the air is ridiculous at this point. But he hasn't had that god-tier air that is enough to win him freestyle without a backflip at this point. Oh my, he sends it over the center. What an amazing move. That's the end of the run for Gravedigger. A really good run. You know what? That's your new best run of the night. I'm giving it to him. Barely. These runs are so close. If I went back and I judged these, they're going to be like 1/10 of a point apart. But, I mean, this has been one of the closest freestyles, and they're not even amazing. They're just, all the runs are so similar and so different at the same time, but their scores, I think, would be so close. So, it's going to be pretty close when we get down to determining the freestyle winner today. Not too many drivers left. I think there might only be one, and yeah, there is only one. It's Colvinard in the Black Pearl. Coming out last because he won freestyle last week. Colvinard in the Black Pearl coming off a really great freestyle from last weekend. And he is hoping to continue some of that dominance. Last year we saw him go on a serious tirade of freestyles. I believe he won 3 in a row. It was at least 2. So maybe Cole, I mean, the door's open for him today. It's wide open. He can easily take the lead and easily take the win. Needs to fill the clock and do a backflip. And maybe get some serious Colvinard hang time. This has just been overall just a really, really interesting freestyle competition. Like I said, probably the closest you will ever see. Going to the racing lane now. Oh, he's going for that backflip ramp. He is committed to it, and there's still more than 30 seconds. Hopefully he can land it. Oh my, under rotates, stabs it in. Oh man, he over-rotated a little bit. Oh my, almost saves it at the end, but cannot quite get it. So that is the end of freestyle today. Let's figure out who won the oh wait, Jamie Garner and Overboard still coming out. Never mind. Jamie Garner, oh wait, no, Jamie Garner won last week in Tampa. What am I talking about? Okay, someone slapped me. Okay, Jamie Garner's last. I know that for a fact. I remember him winning last weekend. It's because Cole won the week before. Sorry, I got confused. Jamie Garner and Overboard starting off his run with some big air. He can win freestyle here. He had a pretty solid skills run. Now let's see what he can do out here in freestyle. I still think Adam Anderson has your best run of the night, barely. But Jamie Garner getting big air. He's trying to put his name on top of the leaderboards. He's really not messing around. He's starting to pick up the pace. He wants to get into that World Finals. I'm telling you right now, if he doesn't get into the World Finals and he deserves it, then he better be in the showdown. And if he's not in that, then we need to have a bit of an uprising. Because this guy's not only deserved the World Finals a few times, but if he hasn't been in those World Finals, he definitely has deserved showdown appearances and hasn't gotten them. And I think that's a little bit unfair to Mr. Garner, who has put his job and life just all out there for these fans in this Overboard truck. He deserves some recognition, getting big air. I think this freestyle lineup is going to be a lot different this year, though, than we've seen in years past. I really do. I think we're going to see a lot of different things going on. Oh, he's been shut off.
The clock is closing to see if Jamie Garner and Overboard.
So after he refires, let's see what he can do for us. But, I mean, if he can make it into the World Finals, it'll be very well deserved, and it'll be about time. Huge air! This hang time, definitely, if he gets the backflip, will be good enough to get him that freestyle win. I'm telling you right now. Oh, he's lining up for the jammer. He's trying to put that complete nail in the coffin to win freestyle today. He is going for that backflip ramp. Let's see him do it. Jamie Garner and Overboard going for the backflip right at the end of time. Oh no, he missed the backflip! And your winner in freestyle is Brad Allen in the Monster Mutt Rottweiler. His first freestyle win of the year. Good for him. He deserved it. It was so close. Honestly, I just was picking straws just to see who deserved it in my eyes, but they were all really deserving of wins. And good for Brad Allen getting that win. Now we're here in show 2 of Indianapolis. These guys are not messing around out here in Lucas Oil Stadium. These drivers are out here for a second straight day. I'll let you guys enjoy intros and we'll hop into the semifinals.
Indianapolis, this is Monster Jam!
It's been over a year since I've been at Lucas Oil Stadium. This is the home of Lucas Oil Stadium. I came in here to get in the Lucas Oil truck and tear the stadium apart.
We are here in the final round of racing today in Indianapolis, Indiana, at Lucas Oil Stadium, ready to crown a racing winner tonight. We are on the road to the Monster Jam World Finals down in Orlando, Florida. Monster Jam World Finals 21, the second of two World Finals competitions that will take place in Orlando. You can still get your tickets now. Those tickets are on sale. You can get yourselves out there to that show. But let's meet the racing competitors in this final round of racing that have had to go through this long racing bracket. The first driver out here in this racing competition in the final round. He has won a few competitions this year, hoping for some more winning. He won racing last night. It is Todd the Duke in Monster Energy. And in the other lane, he is not known for his racing, but this year he seems to have picked up a little bit of tips and tricks from other drivers. It is Bryce Kenny in the Great Clips Mohawk Warrior. Two top drivers on this tour going head-to-head for the first 14 points on the road to the overall event championship. They're lining up, getting staged. Let's go green here in Indianapolis. All video credit is in the description in case you're wondering. Going to the final jump. They're dead even right now, but crossing the line barely first is Todd LeDuc in Monster Energy. Congratulations to Todd. A fantastic race, but he pulls out the second straight racing win on this tour. Todd LeDuc in Monster Energy.
This is his second straight stadium racing competition win.
So this next competition is a skills challenge, and this is Jim Kohler, an Avenger, getting nice air on a sky wheelie for his first hit. He has one hit left, and that is where he will go now, going for another sky wheelie, and that is the end of the run. Oh, a little wheelie at the end. That is your best run of the night. This next driver out here is Steve Sims in Stone Crusher, going for a sky wheelie. Going for the backside of the racing lane now. Steve Sims and Stone Crusher getting a sky wheelie. That is the end of his skills run. Next up is Becky McDonough in El Toro Loco on the backside of the racing lane now, walking it down. And a phenomenal first hit for Becky McDonough in El Toro Loco, moonwalking it now. Probably her best skills run she's ever had, or hit. Now going for hit number 2 here, going for the jammer. Can't quite get the wheelie out of it, but still your new best run of the night. Now Darren Basil and Black Stallion going for a popper. I love that he's doing that. A solid first hit. Lining up now for his second hit here. He's going for the backside of the racing lane, a little sky wheelie. And he gets a wheelie out of it too. Solid 2 hits for Black Stallion. Brad Allen in the Monster Mutt Rottweiler lining up on the backside of the racing lane now. And a solid stoppie and a moonwalk combo. Good first hit there for the Monster Mutt Rottweiler, your freestyle winner from last night. Sadly, Brad Allen could not finish his run there. Truck did not cooperate with him. Coming out next is Michael Vodders Jr. in Overkill Evolution on the front 2 wheels. And he is walking it, touching the nose on the ground of the Lucas Oil Stadium as he is walking this truck down and sets her down. Becky McDonough's best run of the night, definitely in jeopardy here with Michael Vodders Jr. After that first hit, he's going for hit number 2 where he will turn the wheels and do another really, really crazy move. That has become his trademark. He is really good at that right now. And he is showing off with an amazing hit. The V2 Vids owner, Michael Vodders Jr., your new best run of the night. Ryan Wright and Hooked will come out next here. He's going for a donut, something different from what his teammate Steve Sims did. And a solid donut for Hooked. Now Adam Anderson in Gravedigger will come out going for the jammer. He will pop it into a slap wheelie that he walks all the way down the track. A phenomenal first hit for Gravedigger. Sadly, Adam could not continue after that, so his run is done. He was looking pretty good, though. Coming out next, this is Lindsey Wink in the Lucas Oil Crusader. Going for a bicycle that he is walking, a pretty solid one for Lindsey Wink. Now Lindsey Wink going for hit number 2, a reverse popper off of the step up. Oh, man, he's rolling over. Wait a minute, maybe not. He got it back. Okay, that's pretty cool. Solid 2 hits there for Lindsey Wink, but your best run still, Michael Vodders Jr. Up next, bringing out the C10 body, this is Jamie Garner and Overboard. I guess he was just waiting to destroy his other body to bring this one out, because he came out there 2 different shows this weekend, and now he's rocking this beautiful new body, and he will be rocking this from now on. So really, really cool to see Jamie Garner using this truck. I love this body, probably the favorite body I've ever seen him use. He's on the rear 2 wheels, sitting it on the back too, walking it up on top of the ramp. Good first hit for Jamie Garner. Jamie Garner and Overboard going now for hit number 2. A little stoppy there, can't get the moonwalk action out of it that he wanted, but a good run for this beautiful Overboard. Flying in from back in the pits, this is John Zimmer in Dragon, lining up for the jammer, and he will walk a wheelie out of it as well. A great wheelie, this Dragon, dragging its tail, no pun intended, going for hit number 1. Now John lining up for hit number 2 for a reverse popper. He gets it on the rear 2 wheels, and that'll be the end of the run for Dragon. Now coming out after you can see part of the back end of the truck has been knocked off, it's Colvin Art in the Black Pearl on the back side of the racing lane. A solid popper. He's walking that wheelie now, continuing to walk it. Wow! He doesn't get to do this very often. Obviously, this is what he's trying to do with this move, but a very impressive first hit for Colvin Art in the Black Pearl. Cole now going for hit number 2 after a really good first hit. Michael Votter Jr. still your best run of the night. Colvin Art lining up. He's walking this stoppy and moonwalk back and forth. And an impressive second hit. He will walk it up the ramp and set her down. That is your new best run of the night. An amazing run out of the Black Pearl. Todd the Duke will be the last one out here in the Skills Challenge, going on the backside of the racing lane in a little stoppy. Flexing that truck. He is bouncing back and forth on the front 2 wheels, and he'll set it down. Good first hit for the Todd the Duke. Now going for one more hit. Todd the Duke and Monster Energy on the front 2 wheels again on a stoppy. Trying to take the best run away from Colvin Art in the Black Pearl. He's looking pretty good so far. My goodness, what an amazing move. And that will be the end of the run. A beautiful run out of Monster Energy. Coming out last in this competition will be Bryce Kenny in the Great Clips Mohawk Warrior. Had to get that truck all fixed up for this competition. Thankfully, they got it back and ready to go. The last truck out here in this Skills Challenge. Bryce has been pretty good at the skills competition. He's just been all around a lot better this year than he was last year. And I'm happy to see that. He deserves the ability to be good. He was really great in 2018. Last year just was a bit of a down year for him on the front 2 wheels and a stoppy. This move that he's trying to get so good at this year. He's doing pretty good with it. And a good first hit for Bryce Kenny. Going for one final hit. The last hit of the skills challenge will be another stoppy attempt. He will walk it towards the ramp, put it back up on top, and that'll be the end of the run. Your skills winner tonight is Colvin Art in the Black Pearl, pulling home that win. He deserved that as well. Pretty good run out there for Cole. Good for him, deserving that win. Now we have the freestyle competition coming out first in freestyle today. This is Michael Votters Jr. in Overkill Evolution. Did not get to freestyle yesterday, so he is coming out first in this competition. He'll start his run off with some nice air. Michael Votters Jr., second generation driver to Michael Votters, the driver, well, owner of Black Stallion. You can always count on him to do a backflip if he's feeling that in his run. I said it last commentary, he's been battling a lot of truck issues regarding oil lines. His truck's fairly quiet. Truck used to be really loud, not anymore. Your one-time World Finals Freestyle Champion back in 2015 as well. And a one-time Double Down Showdown Champion. Just trying to throw together a good run. He's already gotten over 30 seconds, so he's guaranteed to get a score. He's throwing together a good run, though. You'll get to know when he has 30 seconds left because you'll see the ribbon boards light up yellow. Thankfully, we get to see those from this angle. It's harder to sit higher up and record because you won't get to see all the things that are happening on the ribbon boards. You won't know when there are 30 seconds left, but thankfully from this angle you can see it in the videos. Oh my, jumps over into a stoppie. That's really creative. You don't see too many people do that, and now he's moonwalking it. An amazing move out of Michael Vaughters Jr. What a phenomenal first hit. I'm sorry, first hit. I'm thinking a two-wheel because that's what it was. A good two-wheel move there for Overkill Evolution in this freestyle. That's the best move of his run. I'd like to see him go for a backflip. Not sure if he will, though. It's getting a little late. Yeah, that's the end of the run. Time is up. Nothing else will count for scoring, but a good run for Michael Vaughters Jr. in Overkill Evolution. Darren Basil and Black Stallion will be next as he will crawl over the racing lane for hit number 1 of this freestyle. These drivers will have 2 minutes to do whatever they want in these Monster Jam machines, so make sure you're on the lookout for different things between big air, different and unique moves, and you want to make sure that drivers are doing things that other drivers have not done. You don't want to see them doing, if you see a driver hit the same jump multiple times, you don't want to see another driver do that. Or if you see one driver go to do a stoppie, obviously you've got to do it better if you're going to do it again, if you're going to see another driver do it again later. Darren Basil, longtime veteran in the sport, one-time main driver of the El Matador truck. His brother drives Monster Mutt on a Triple Threat tour. He is actually on Triple Threat East. The two of them have been around this sport for a very long time. He's getting pinned up against his teammate Overkill Evolution. This is the truck that Michael Vaughters Sr. built and ran for so long, the Thunder Nationals champion. Just trying to find a hit. Now he hits the backside of the racing lane too. Again, it just seems like he's searching around for stuff. I don't think the truck's really working right. It's not even at 30 seconds yet. Doesn't it feel like he's been out here for a while? I know, but he's definitely not running right. That truck is not working on all 8 cylinders. Yeah, that's the end of the run. He's going to pull off. Proceeding along with freestyle, we have Stone Crusher. This is Steve Sims, the guy who got his start back in 2007. 13 years of Stone Crusher. Definitely really cool to see him rock that out. He's trying to just throw down the best 2 minutes of a freestyle that he can. Overkill Evolution's your best run of the night so far. Steve Sims made it past 30 seconds now, which is something he's actually been struggling with this year. He's had a lot of truck issues. I wouldn't be surprised if Steve Sims is nearing the end of his career. Might see him sell that truck to somebody else. Or just hang it up forever. You never know. People in this sport tend to drive for a very long time, though. So you never know. He's been driving at this kind of level since about 2015, or 2016 rather. Yeah, 2016 was the first World Finals he was not in. He's got some rear steer problems. Honestly, I know it's a problem when you have your rear steer turned like that. I mean, you can't fix it and you can't turn it, but when it's turned like that, then you don't have to worry about turning it. You can just focus all of your attention on turning the steering wheel. Throwing together a good run. It's going to be hard to beat what Michael Vaughters Jr. did, though, with this run. Because Vaughters said, I mean, he had a really solid run. Didn't have any super wows, but that stoppie and moonwalk was really, really awesome. You don't see people do that too often. Right at the end of time, Steve Sims getting one final hit for these fans. And that will be the end of the run for Steve Sims and Stone Crusher. Pretty good run. out of Mr. Sims. Pretty good showing out here. Coming out next, this is Jim Kohler in Avenger. Jim Kohler, a longtime veteran in the sport, has competed in every single Monster Jam World Finals. I must say, I'm thoroughly impressed with what Jim Kohler's done this year. Him and Bryce Kenny, both two drivers who have the ability to be very good, but 2018 were some seriously down years for them. I'm sorry, 2019. I said 2018. What am I talking about? Great to see Jim Kohler reaching that peak that we know that he can, getting some nice air. I mean, it was at this point around last year when we started thinking, what's happening with Jim Kohler? Why isn't he reaching those levels that we know he can? And, you know, it was really disappointing. I didn't think he deserved to be in the World Finals last year. He really didn't deserve to be in the World Finals, but he got in anyway. And, I mean, everyone was just wondering, what's he going to do? And I think after the World Finals, a lot of people were starting to doubt his relevancy anymore. A lot of people were starting to wonder, is Jim Kohler going away? And then he comes out this year and he's having a really solid year with amazing air like that, just filling his freestyles with spectacular moments. And I think Jim Kohler is trying to get one final bid to get these fans to say, hey, I think Jim Kohler is still sticking around. I mean, he's not the driver he once was. He's not going to be the guy that's going to be a serious competitor for every single competition, but he is still doing a good job at it out here, doing big things. Is he lining up for the mini flip? Jim Kohler is lining up for the mini flip here. Nails it. Absolutely beautiful. His first ever mini flip. What an amazing move. Jim Kohler in Avenger flipping around. This truck is taking a beating. That's the end of the run. Your new best run of the night, Jim Kohler in Avenger. Way to go, Jim. One of the best runs of the year for Mr. Kohler. Brian Wright and Hook is on the track. He is throwing down as well, like we are used to. He had a really great showing last time. Last night's freestyle was a good one for him. Hopefully he can do the same today. Brian Wright in Hooked, the man who has built this name now. Oh my, nose picking into the ground. He's had to continue this name after Steven Sims drove this truck for the longest time. Partner to Steve Sims and Stone Crusher. Big air. He is airing out this Hook truck. He is really another driver. Last year was a good year for him. Probably one of the best years he's ever had, if not the best. But he's just getting better and better. I'm so impressed with what what Brian Wright can do. I think I said Brad Allen earlier on. If I said Brad Allen, I'm sorry. I meant Brian Wright. Step up time. Huge air. That step up just gives phenomenal air. It's going to all year. I love that there are 3 different tracks this year. If I haven't said it enough, it's just so cool to see every track looking different, giving every single show different freestyles. It kind of feels like old school Monster Jam where, you know, you would see drivers go out there competing. You never knew what the track was going to be every weekend. I mean, this week at least we know what the tracks are, but we have 3 different tracks every weekend, which is pretty cool. He's having some truck issues here, you could tell, which is why I think he's just trying to hit things on his way back to the pits. I don't think he has any rear left power, which also is a problem, but that is the end of the run. Time is up. The next driver out here is your 2-wheel winner from tonight. This is Cole Bernard in the Black Pearl. Cole Bernard coming out trying to double down. He is one of 2 drivers who could do so, Todd the Duke being the other one. Cole Cole's having a really good year this year. I mean, ever since he hopped in, I mean, look, he's always been a phenomenal driver, but ever since he hopped into this Black Pearl truck, he has gotten so much recognition. I mean, look, it's not to say that he wasn't great when he was driving Gravedigger, but he was really, really just not getting the air he's getting. It also had to deal with the fact that he was in arenas. But look, that Gravedigger truck, he rocked it out for the 2 years that he drove it. But seeing him in this Black Pearl, I think is just so much of an amazing fit for him. 2018, his first year in the truck, he had his seriously awesome saves, got into the World Finals that year. 2019 didn't get into the World Finals like we thought he should, but he is making a bid to get right back there this year. 2020, Cole Vennard is hoping will be his year and getting into the World Finals. He is lining up for that backflip ramp. Hits the backflip. Oh, he's walking the plank for the first time in 2020. He's walking the plank. Oh my goodness, he goes for a corkscrew, and he got the save as well. An amazing move out of Cole Vennard in the Black Pearl. Arguably the best move of the year. And that is Cole Vennard announcing his presence here, making a statement. Cole Vennard going for the win today out here in Indianapolis, going for the side of the step up. Yes! Oh my goodness, what a move out of the Black Pearl. And that is how you throw down a freestyle. That was awesome. That step up hit was absolutely insane. That is the end of the run for Cole Vennard in the Black Pearl. So we are motoring through freestyle today as Jamie Garner and Overboard will follow Cole Vennard, his teammate, getting big air. Jamie Garner, this Overboard truck is the beautiful old Chevy body. I love seeing this truck out there. Honestly, I love the good classical Chevy body, I don't know what year Silverado, but I mean, this body just does not, it doesn't get any better than this. Huge air as he's airing it out. I mean, we just saw Cole Vennard get some serious heights off of the side of that step up. That was awesome what he did. And more big air. Jamie Garner, again, like I said last night, having a really good year. And oh my gosh, he's just flying right now. If he can get the backflip, he should find himself on the top, but going to be hard to beat what Cole did. Jamie Garner, this Overboard machine, trying to please these fans, going for the jammer. It's jammer time, sending it into the center. I love that jammer. I've loved it since they made it a thing in 2018, and I'm going to love it till they get rid of it. I'm even going to love it after that. But he is skying high right now. This team Overboard's having a great day. Having a really great weekend overall. They've had a solid... I mean, these guys are both making bids to be in the World Finals this year. I think they should. Lining up for the backflip ramp. Hitting the backflip, and he does the same thing that happened to him last night. Literally, the exact same thing. That's the end of the run. Bryce Kenny and the Great Clips Mohawk Warrior will be next. With his classical throttle rhythm. That's his legendary thing. He's just done that so many times. I'm going to call him Happy Feet from now on. That's something he started way back in 2017. I heard him do it at the World Finals for the first time. Just so... Oh, no. Has he been shut off? Oh, no, he hasn't. Might have just forgot what he was doing. I don't know. Big air out of the Great Clips Mohawk Warrior. Looking forward to Bryce's freestyle here. It's going to be hard to beat what Cole Vennard did, but if you can beat what Cole Vennard did, it means you threw down one sick freestyle. So let's see if anyone can do it. It's going to be a tough task, but you never know what can happen out in these Monster Jam days. Some more big air. Winding down in freestyle. Not too many trucks left, but Bryce Trying to put a little bit of a cherry on top of this weekend. Going for the step up. Oh my goodness! The air is just uncharted right now. We're in uncharted territory of air today out in Indianapolis. I will say that. We have had some big air out here at this Sunday show between Colvin Hart and now what Bryce Kenny just did. These guys are not playing around. Even more big air. Bryce is really having a good run. And even more, the air. Okay, he's showing up at the airport radar. We've got a bit of a mohawk showing up on the radar, and it is Bryce Kenny lining up for the backflip. Going for it, he over-rotates, bounces hard on the backside, and he's not going to be able to save that. That is the end of the run. John Zimmer in Dragon is out next in Freestyle Indianapolis. I hope you guys are having a good time tonight. 2 shows in 1. And again, another driver seems to have been shut off after their first hit. Hopefully he can refire. This next truck out, the black and green wrecking machine. It is Adam Anderson in Gravedigger. He is launching it right off the bat. Adam is always going to throw down a good freestyle. And huge air. Oh my goodness. Flip it around. Oh no, he's losing control. And he can't get it. Todd the Duke in Monster Energy is out next, going for the jammer to start us off, and he's going to walk that little wheelie out there. Getting some more nice air. This Monster Energy truck trying to double down right now. Colvin Hart is sitting in a position where he can double down if he wins freestyle. So far, he is lined up to do that. But with the 3 trucks left, they could possibly put an end to that. That's Monster Energy, El Toro Loco, and Monster Mutt Rottweiler. And some nice air. This Monster Energy truck definitely flies high. We've got a Mohawk on the radar. Mohawk on the airport radar, but Todd the Duke is always going to be on the radar with leaps like that. Goodness gracious, this Indianapolis show is just off the charts. Todd the Duke nose diving in. Oh no, he's on the sidewalls, and that's the end of the run. Tough break for Todd. Second to last down freestyle today will be Becky McDonough and El Toro Loco. Just the fact that those horns are flapping around in the breeze like that's really funny. And some nice air. Nice to see Becky McDonough coming out so late in the competition for a freestyle that was subpar. Well, what else is new? I mean, what? Getting some more nice air. Becky McDonough in El Toro Loco. No stranger to the freestyle scene. Again, she's the former crew chief of George Bellhan. We've had 2 straight runs and way too soon on really, really crazy moves. We all know that probably won't happen for Becky, though. So let's see how she can fill this clock. And she gets pinned up against Monster Energy. I don't know why she turned right there. She should have gone left. She's been shut off, but she's refired. No worries. We've seen some shut-offs. Big air, launching it. I mean, oh, she's on the sidewalls. Okay. Oh, then she's over. I was about to say good save, and then that went out the window. So coming out. Oh, I forgot about Lindsay Wink. I'm sorry. Completely blanked about Lindsay Wink. So Lindsay Wink's coming out next. And then George. Monster Mutt Rottweiler. Brad Allen will be last. I don't know why I just said George. What am I talking about? It's Lindsay Wink and the Lucas Oil Crusader as he goes out, try and put together 2 minutes to win him freestyle. Again, I've said it all night long. It's going to be difficult to beat Cole Bernard. Lindsey Wink, a guy who could easily show up on the airport radar, too. So far, just getting some good hits. I'd like to see him pick up that flow a little bit. Nothing over the top right now, but that's typical Lindsey Wink stuff. Lining up for the step up, getting some big air off of that. Lindsey Wink will fly. I will say that. He has a tendency to fly. He's lining up for the jammer. We've got some more jammer time. And he will launch it. Launched out of a cannon, the Lucas Oil Crusader. Oh, he tricked everybody. I thought he was going for the backflip. No, he's not. He's going for the mini flip. All right, Lindsey, let's see it. Going for the mini flip. Oh my! Stuffs it in, and that's going to be, oh my goodness. Yep, nope, that's the end of the run. But a really, really good run there from Lindsey Wink. Not going to be the winning run tonight, but still a pretty solid freestyle. Now last out, this will be the Monster Mud Rottweiler trying to defend his freestyle win from last show. This is Brad Allen in the Monster Mud Rottweiler. Let's see what the Monster Mud Rottweiler can do coming out from the pits. Let's see what Brad Allen's got for us. Not going to be easy to take the lead away from Cole Bernard. Oh yes, it's time to leave now in the middle of freestyle. We love that, don't we? Oh, what a beautiful jacket that guy's got on. Oh, he lost the nose. I didn't know that. So we have a completely empty body of Monster Mud Rottweiler. And an empty seat about halfway through the row in front of us. Brad Allen coming out last is not something he's used to doing. He doesn't often win freestyle, so when he does, pretty cool thing for him. I think he has won a freestyle before, but I'm not too positive on that. Don't quote me on that. Oh my, okay, he's airing it out. There's some smoke coming out of the engine. I think that's the problem that put him in the pits before. That's the end of the run. Tough break for Brad Allen. So your freestyle winner tonight from out in Indianapolis was Cole Bernard in the Black Pearl. A very well-deserving freestyle win. He certainly threw down one sick run. Very impressed by the way that Cole went out there, just threw his balls to the wall. It was an amazing run. I shouldn't have said it like that. I meant more like actual balls he threw to the wall to see if they would stick. But a good run there for Cole Bernard in the Black Pearl. And that is the end of this Indianapolis show. I'll see you guys back out again tomorrow. We have Anaheim, and then we're going to have Houston for the second show of Stadium Tour Yellow. So thank you, everybody, for coming out here. Hope you all had a lot of fun. And I will see you guys all next time.
Tell me pretty lies, look me in the face. Tell me that you love me, even if it's fake.